All right, we are back with another episode of It's That Easy. This is the Saturday night edition. Hope everyone is having a great weekend so far. If you're watching the video, please like it. If you get a chance, go ahead and subscribe. And if you do subscribe, turn on notifications. That way, every time I put out a new video, you'll get notified. So let's talk about what happened on July 4th, because there was some great sports going on. A lot of baseball went on, a lot of soccer went on as well. Well, a little bit of soccer. And then we'll talk about what to expect on July 5th. So if you're watching this, get ready for all the sports that we can talk about today. Actually, I'll miss a few of it, but it'll be all right. And also, I will timestamp the video. That way, if there's something that you want to see, you want to go straight to it, you'll be able to click on that link there. It'll take you straight to that part of the video. So let's start with soccer, World Cup soccer. So today we had Morocco. Surprisingly, I thought it was going to be closer, and actually it was pretty close at the very end. I think Canada was like, we're selling out, opened up chances for Morocco to score. They actually should have scored one more. It hit the crossbar, went straight down, came back out. So should have been 4-0, but ended up being 3-0. A couple of things that I played. I had Morocco on the money line, which I was happy to see them winning that. I had them over 2.5 goals total. And thank goodness they were still trying to score. If you see, they scored at the 82-minute mark and the 90, almost time full time. They had plus 10 minutes and they scored at the plus 8 minutes extra time. So they got me over that part there. So that was pretty good there. Second game, Paraguay and France. I actually thought France would do a lot better. I knew Paraguay would be pesky because I saw them play against Germany. And man, they frustrated Germany so bad to the point where they beat them, right? They were doing the same thing to France, but France had opportunity after opportunity. They just could not score. I did win Moneyline France. It didn't pay a whole lot, but I parlayed it with Morocco. I did win. I had Mbappe scoring the first goal. He scored the only goal, and that was because there was a penalty. They tripped one of the other French players, but Mbappe took the goal, the shot he scored for us. And then I had them over 3 goals, and yeah, they should have done that. They did not do that. So, but France moves on. So, let's see. Let's talk about tomorrow's games. Oops. Okay. Sorry about that. We got tomorrow's games. We got Brazil and Norway playing. Brazil is the favorite. I think these are two really good teams here. Brazil's the favorite. With the line for the goals is 2.5. The over under there. I think Brazil wins this game in regulation, but I also think they go over the 2.5. I feel like Norway. I think they're both going to score. It could possibly be 3-1. 2-1 would be good for us there. Could possibly be 3-1 once someone lets up. I don't know. Norway does have an opportunity to win this game, so it's going to be a pretty good game. I just think Brazil has a little more, or has a little more of the favorite that they're going to win there. Mexico and England. This is a tough one because I'm rooting for Mexico, but England is the favorite. I feel like this is going to be a draw, so I'm going to go the draw on this one. I think they'll go into overtime. I think that's what they call it in soccer. Who knows who's going to win? I'm not going to pick a money line. Actually, you know what? I probably will pick Mexico money line just because it pays more. So if they do pull off the upset, they'll win that game. And then I'm going to go the under. I don't know. I'm feeling like 1-1 draw maybe, and then somebody wins in extra time. So I don't know. That's just a feeling I have for tomorrow. I could be totally wrong, but I wasn't too wrong today. So let's look at baseball for today. Let's see. I'm going to refresh this really quick just to make sure we got the updated scores. Rangers played today. I thought they'd do a lot better. They did not. They lost 3-0 today. Man, it was 3-0 pretty early. So I thought we got time to come back. Well, we didn't. Pirates stepped up today, won. Didn't think they would. I thought Nationals would take care of that, but Pirates beat them up pretty good. Look at that. The Yankees. The Yankees were on a 7-game losing streak. They win yesterday. I said, okay, we're going to pick the Yankees. Maybe they've got something there. Yeah, they lose 11-4, and I think it was worse than that. So, yeah, not doing that again. Mariners, here's the other one. I picked the Mariners to win. One day they lose. 2-0. The next day they win 11-0. So you never know with those guys. Orioles, I did pick them. I knew they'd show up in Cincinnati, 8-5 there. Guardians, I thought Guardians would win after having back-to-back walk-offs, but no, not tonight. But who knows? They got tomorrow. Astros came through. Rays were actually winning. Astros come back in the 7th or 8th inning to tie it up. They go into the 9th, stop the Rays, and then the 10th inning, in the bottom of the 9th, win the game in walk-off fashion. So good for the Astros, bad for my wager there. Braves did show up like I knew they would. Beat up on the Mets pretty good. The Mets are just not that good. Cardinals did pretty good today. I actually, even though I think the Cubs won yesterday, I picked the Cardinals today and actually went the under on this one as well. It was under 6.5 runs, or maybe actually at the time 7.5. I got it at 6.5. It was only 3-0, so I even better. Won twice, so that's even better. Phillies won today, which I knew they would. They're the better team, beating the Royals. Oops, why did that come up? Giants won, which I thought they would as well. I think we had them picking today, or we picked them for today. Giants won. Red Sox did pick those guys, and they did show up. They beat up on the Angels pretty good. Marlins had them beating the A's, and yep, Marlins doing pretty good. Marlins are a good team. They can score. They may surprise us as it comes closer to playoff time. And you know what's crazy? We're not even halfway through the season. We're not even at the All-Star game yet. That's coming up in like 10 days. Brewers let me down. They lost to the Diamondbacks. Numbers said Brewers. Diamondbacks said nope, not today. Dodgers did win today. Close one. Also took the under on that one. The under was 7.5 at the time. So I said, yeah, I'll take. I think it started off 8.5. It got to 7.5. I took that. They won 3-0. So some pretty good games there. Good to see some of those wins. I actually think I went. I think I was 8-7 today. So win some, you lose some. But let's look at July 5th. Give you those for Sunday. Let's see who we're going to have to win today that day. You got the Tigers still in Arlington, pitching Mize, 2.63 ERA. He's won his last start. The Tigers have won 4 of their last 5 games, including winning today. Rangers pitching Rocker. I've been going back and forth with that guy. Had him pitching yesterday, had him pitching today, have him pitching tomorrow, but we figured it out, I think. I think we got Rocker. He's won his last 2 starts and 4 of his last 5 starts. But the Rangers have now lost 1 in a row. They've only won 3 of their last 5 games. I hate to do this. The Tigers are a slight favorite. I'm going to go Tigers. I don't know. Rocker seems to struggle. The last time or 2 times ago, maybe it was last time, they had him pitch. They opened up with another guy for like an inning, and then they threw Rocker in. They were like, if he doesn't pitch the first inning, he's good. Yeah, he did really well after that. So I don't know. Maybe he will show up and take care of it. Hopefully, I'm using some reverse psychology, but I think the Tigers are going to win that game there. Mets and the Braves. Mets are pitching McLean, 3.78 ERA. He won his last start and 3 of his last 4 starts. The Mets have now lost 3 in a row against 2 of them against the Braves. Braves are pitching Perez, 3.27 ERA. He's lost his last 2 starts, but he did win 3 prior, and they have won 2 in a row now. So we're going to stick with the Braves. A slight favorite. You know, I think a couple weeks ago they were actually bigger favorites, like in the 150s, 160s. Now it's 122. That's not too bad. You can still make a little change there. Maybe you parlay that one with something. Pirates and the Nationals. Pirates pitching Chandler, 4.62 ERA. Lost his last start and 3 of his last 5. They did win today, so they've won 1 in a row. But the Nationals pitching Mikolas, 5.44 ERA. Lost his last 3 starts, and they've now lost 1 in a row. They are favored tomorrow, but I'm going to go Pittsburgh. Got to go the Pirates to win. Orioles pitching Bradish, 3.77 ERA. I think that's actually a pick 'em as well, too. They're minus 110, and they have the Reds is minus 110 as well, as of right now. That could change in the morning. Orioles, let's see. They've won 2 in a row, so good for them. The Reds pitching Lodolo, 5.05 ERA. He's got 2 good starts, 5 innings, no runs, 4 innings, no runs. But he's lost his last 5 starts. Or the Reds have lost his last 5 starts, and they've lost one in a row to the Orioles. Orioles were not were not the favorite today, and they won. They're probably going to be the favorite tomorrow. The number will probably change. Probably good to jump on it now, but the Orioles will win tomorrow as well. Twins and the Yankees. Yeah, Jekyll and Hyde with the Yankees. Lost 7 in a row, win 1 convincingly, then lose again. Twins are pitching Ryan 3.61 ERA. He's lost his last 2 starts to the Astros and the Dodgers, but he did win the 2 prior, beat Texas and the Cardinals. Twins have now won 1 in a row. Sorry, they won today. So they won 1 in a row. Yankees pitching Weathers 4.08 ERA. Not good starts. Lost 4 of his last 5 starts. They've lost 1 in a row. Well, let's say 1 in a row, but I'm going to say 8 of their last 9 games. Even though the Yankees are favored, you see that number's going down. We're going Twins tomorrow. Let's see the Twins just put a beating on them tomorrow. That'd be great. White Sox pitching Fetty tomorrow, 4.41 ERA. Won his last start, but they lost the 2 prior. And they've lost 3 in a row now to the Guardians. Actually, no, the Guardians won. The White Sox won today. So they got 1 in a row. Guardians pitching Beebe, 3.69 ERA. Lost his last start, but they did win 3 of the 4 prior to that. They beat the White Sox. He beat the White Sox, Tigers, and the Rangers. So they've won 3 of their last 4 games. Obviously, the last 2 of the last 3 against the Sox. I got to go with the Guardians to win again tomorrow. Yeah, their pitchers already beat the White Sox 2 games ago that he pitched on them. So he'll do it again. Cardinals and the Cubs. Cardinals pitching Liberator, 5.33 ERA. Won his last start. They've won 4 of their last 5 games, and they have won 2 in a row. They shut out the Cubs today. Cubs are pitching Assad, 4.53 ERA. He won his last 4 starts. Let's see. The Cardinals were not in those starts. But they have lost 1 in a row. They're both pretty good teams right now. They had each won 4 of their last 5 games, but the Cubs lost. We're going to stick with the underdog Cardinals winning tomorrow, finishing off that series in Chicago. Phillies and the Royals. That's the rematch of the 1980 World Series where the Phillies beat the Royals. I remember that because I was pretty mad during that time. I wanted them to lose because they beat the Astros to go to the World Series. Phillies pitching Nola, 6.04 ERA. He won 3 of his last 4 starts, and the Phillies have won 1 in a row. They were doing well. They got a hiccup yesterday, lost to Kansas City, but they won again today. Royals are pitching Avila. This was their second. This was their win here. Royals Avila. He's lost his last 3. No, he won his last 3 starts, but the Royals have lost 4 in a row. Phillies are a pretty good favorite over there. We're going to stick with the Phillies to finish off that series on Sunday. The Rays and the Astros. Rays pitching Jax, 3.45 ERA. He's won his last 3 starts, but he beat the Royals and the Nationals. So not too impressive, but I guess a win's a win in the major leagues there. They have won 4 of their last 5 games, but they did lose today. Very depressing that they lost today. Astros pitching Lambert, 3.51 ERA. He lost his last start to the Twins, but he did win the 2 prior to that. So I guess he's pretty good. Detroit and Toronto. So, a couple of decent teams, I guess. But there's no line on this one because I think it just finished not too long ago. But I'm going to stick with Tampa Bay. I know they struggled today. They actually should have won today. Their bullpen let them down. I think they right the ship tomorrow and finish off the series by winning in Houston. Giants are pitching Maul, 5.67 ERA. He's lost 4 of his last 5 games, and 3 of them were to the Arizona Diamondbacks. I don't know how that happened, but he also lost to the A's. So he's losing to some average teams there. But the Giants did win today. They've won 1 in a row. Rockies pitching Gordon, 6.69 ERA. They have lost his last 5 starts. They lost today, and guess what? Giants are picked to win. Colorado Rockies will lose again tomorrow. Giants will finish off that series in Colorado. Brewers are pitching Sproat, 5.28 ERA. They've won his last 3 starts. He beat Cincinnati twice and Cleveland. Won 4 of their last 5 games, but they did lose today. Diamondbacks are pitching Rodriguez, 2.21 ERA. He's got 2 good starts. 7 innings, 1 run, 6 innings, no runs. They won his last 4 starts. He beat the Giants, the Cardinals, the Angels, and the Reds. So some decent teams there as well. They did win today. Brewers are picked to win tomorrow. Numbers are telling me that the Diamondbacks are going to take it tomorrow, even though Brewers are favored. So there's one of your underdogs there. Marlins and the A's. I do like the Marlins. It's not going to sway the way I pick. It might, but shouldn't. Marlins pitching Perez, 4.21 ERA. He has 2 good starts, 5 innings, 1 run, 4 innings, 1 run. Won 3 of his last 4 starts, and they've won 2 in a row. A's are pitching Jump, 2.93 ERA. Lost his last 2 starts to the Dodgers and the Giants, so that's not bad to say he lost to those guys. They did win against the Angels, Colorado, and Houston, so decent wins there. The A's have lost 2 in a row. Yeah, I like the Marlins. We're going Marlins. Underdog tomorrow, only because the A's Jump. He has a 2.93 ERA, but he still struggled in his last couple of games, so we'll see what happens. I think the Marlins are going to have the hotter bats. And I don't think they went over today, but 9.5 runs in Oakland on a Sunday afternoon. Let's see if they can put up about 15 total runs there. So maybe go the over. Blue Jays and the Mariners. Blue Jays pitching Savage, 3.34 ERA. Won 3 of his last 4 starts. He beat the Mets, the Yankees, and Boston. So he took care of the AL East over there. But they have lost their last game. Mariners pitching Kirby, 3.81 ERA. He's got 2 good starts, and his last one was 8 innings, 2 runs. So that's pretty impressive there. Won their last 4 games, and they've won. I think they've won 2 in a row. No, they lost 2 nights ago, 2-0. But they did win 11-0 today. I got Seattle going again today. Let's see if we can break the Seattle curse. They are favored tomorrow. Let's see if we can get them to win. Padres and the Dodgers. Padres are struggling bad. They're pitching Sears, 6.97 ERA. He lost his last start, won the one prior to that. The Padres have lost 5 games in a row. It actually may be 6 or 7. Dodgers are pitching Sheehan, 5.08 ERA. Won his last start, but they did lose the 4 prior. They did lose to Baltimore, the White Sox, the Angels, and the Diamondbacks. But as a team, the Dodgers have won 4 of their last 5 games, and they have won 2 in a row. So we are going Dodgers tomorrow to finish off that series in L.A. Red Sox are pitching Suarez, 2.94 ERA. Won 3 of his last 4 starts. He beat Washington, Seattle, and the Rangers. And the Red Sox have now won 2 in a row. Angels are pitching Johnson, a whopping 7.40 ERA. Let's see. He's lost 4 of his last 5 starts. Surprise, surprise there. The Angels have lost 5 in a row. So let's just say we're going to go Boston tomorrow. Pretty easy pick there. So those are your picks for Sunday, July 5th. Let's see. We got some. Let's see what the underdog picks are, because those are the ones I like to do. Pirates underdog pick. It's possible the Orioles could be, but I don't think so. Cardinals, I do like them as an underdog pick. Twins, I like them as an underdog pick. Let's see. Diamondbacks, that's going to be a close one. I don't know if I'd put them in that underdog pick. Marlins, I would put them there. And yeah, those are the ones. If you're going to parlay any underdog picks, to me, what will feel good is the Cardinals, Marlins, Pittsburgh. Now, some of your favorites, obviously, I think Boston does well tomorrow. I think the Dodgers do well tomorrow. I think, I don't know about Tampa Bay should rebound. You could fit them in there. Philly should do well tomorrow as well. And probably the Braves take care of business there. I'm still out on the I don't know about the Tigers beating the Rangers, but I got that for now. So enjoy. Hope you enjoy the show. Hope you have a great Sunday tomorrow to end your weekend on a high note. So if you're watching, like the video, subscribe. And if you do decide to bet on any kind of sports tomorrow, I hope you win a ton of money. We'll see you on the next one.